Oh, you're working overtime again. Being incompetent must be tough, huh? Ah, Uzai-kun, good work. Actually, there's something I don't understand about the documents I received from you. Chief, about this.
This is... Yeah, it's helpful for me when you ask questions like this properly.
Okay, I've grasped how to read this document. So now, I'll create the presentation material using this. I'm Daisuke Miyashita. I graduated from university and joined a small beauty-related trading company, where I was assigned to the sales planning department as a first-year new graduate. Every day is full of things to learn, but it's fun to remember new things. I'm not very good at being efficient. I'm working hard every day to try and become capable on my job quickly. And after regular hours, this day too, I couldn't finish my work and was working overtime. Oh, you're working overtime again. Being incompetent must be tough, huh? Ah, Uzai-kun, good work. Actually, there's something I don't understand about the documents I received from you. Hey, are you trying to ask me questions when I'm trying to go home? That's annoying. He's my colleague, Yami Uzai. He has been expected to be outstanding since joining the company. Unlike me, who is slow at work, he is a capable person who handles tasks quickly. But he has a bit of an annoying edge. Sorry, but I really don't understand the documents you gave me. I gave you the job so that you could study. And are you really thinking of complaining about that? Anyway, make sure you take responsibility and finish the job by tomorrow, okay? Yes, I'll do my best to finish it. I said that and watched Uzai-kun go home. But still, I don't understand it. Uzai-kun's excellent, so he probably knows more things from the seniors than I do. I asked Uzai-kun about the task, but he didn't teach me, saying it's important to think for myself. If only I had Uzai-kun's sociability, I could ask the seniors without hesitation. That's right, I've always been bad at asking people for help. I become wary that I'm a nuisance and can't speak well. No, that's not good. I have to change. I can't worry about social skills. This is work, so I have to ask if I don't understand. In the end, I decided it was no good to proceed without understanding. Even if I'm judged as incapable, there is no way I can proceed without understanding. I decided to say that I don't understand, and I decided to end my work for the day. Okay, I'll check properly again tomorrow. The next day, when I went to work, Uzai-kun was being cornered by our boss, Chief Sakurai, in the office. Apparently, he was asked about the work he had passed on to me, and it was discovered that he didn't have it. I'm very sorry. That was supposed to be finished by my colleague Miyashita today.
Miyashita-kun? Why do you need Miyashita-kun, a fellow new graduate, to help you?
He actually said that he wanted to study my work. That's not what I said.
Oh, Miyashita-kun, I believe you have the documents you received from him. Can you show them to me?
I'm very sorry. I haven't finished it yet. I just couldn't understand the work he taught me, and I was wondering if I could have it explained again. I honestly stated that I couldn't finish it because I didn't understand. Then, Chief Sakurai looked at the two of us.
I see. From now on, don't do things on your own. It would be a problem if new graduates share incorrect ways of doing things. Also, Uzai-kun, this job was assigned to you. You are responsible for doing it.
Hey, it's your fault that I got scolded by Chief Sakurai. Sorry, but I heard a different way of doing that task. So I couldn't make the documents properly with the method he taught me. Don't make excuses. That's why you're an incompetent who can't do your job. It was the right decision to give the instructions earlier than the deadline. Apparently, today wasn't the deadline. I was relieved that I didn't cause trouble for the company. But after that, Uzai-kun's job dumping escalated even further. About a month later, I was still working overtime every day.
Miyashita-kun, you seem to be working overtime every day. Is there anything you're having trouble with at work?
Chief Sakurai, Good work. I'm sorry. I'm not very efficient, so my work takes time.
I can see that you are not slacking off, but well, if there's something you don't understand, I can be your mentor and teach you the job for a while. Don't worry, I've already gotten permission.
Huh? But I wouldn't want you to go to the trouble of worrying about me. Our company has a 1-month training program for new employees, and after that, no one is assigned a mentor.
Listen, it's more of a problem for us when our subordinates are working overtime. If that's what you think, then learn properly. I don't care how much time is taken as long as I see your growth. You've only just joined the company, so don't hesitate to rely on others.
Tch. You're making your superiors take time to train you. Being incompetent is really a nuisance. After that, Uzai-kun came to me, who gratefully accepted the chief's proposal. He must have heard our conversation. Uzai-kun, I think so too. That's why I intend to do my best. I didn't ask you that. I'm saying that you shouldn't make Chief Sakurai waste your time on the likes of you. I was speechless, seeing his dissatisfied gaze, but...
Oh, would you like me to assign you a mentor if you need it?
It was Chief Sakurai who had come. She looked sternly at Uzai-kun, her arms crossed, looking dignified. No, I'm excellent, so I don't need it.
I see. Then do your best.
Tch. Uzai-kun bit his lip, as if he was frustrated by Chief Sakurai's words. And from that day on, Chief Sakurai became my mentor and started checking my work regularly. During that time, it was discovered that there were mistakes mixed in with the work I had remembered. Many of those were from what Uzai-kun had told me.
I'll teach you from the beginning, so forget everything you've been taught for now. And from now on, make sure you ask your superiors or seniors when you don't understand something.
I'm sorry. Uzai-kun is excellent, so I believe that he must be correct.
You think he's excellent, but he's also a new graduate like you. Besides, excellence isn't just about how fast you work. At least that's how I see it. Asking questions isn't a nuisance. Of course, I wouldn't want you to ask the same question many times, though.
She, who is 3 years older than me, seemed so much greater. Seeing Chief Sakurai smile reassuringly, saying to ask anytime, I thought that I was lucky to have her as my boss. From then on, I made an effort to actively ask Chief Sakurai questions. Chief, about this.
This is...
Chief Sakurai never frowned at any of my questions, and always taught me thoroughly and kindly.
Yeah, it's helpful for me when you ask questions like this properly.
I, who had always thought that asking questions was a nuisance, think that I'm gradually changing because of her words. But, in proportion to that, Uzai-kun became more and more aggressive towards me. Hey, are you still being taught by Chief Sakurai? Incompetent people freely cause trouble to others, huh? Especially when there are no people around. It was a parade of words belittling me. I recently had a project approved. I'm excellent, so I can produce results without bothering others. But that also means the expectations from my superiors are high, which is troubling. I see. Congratulations. I'll do my best to catch up to you. Heh! Catch up to me? Don't talk in your sleep. There is as much difference in speed between us as there is between a rabbit and a tortoise. Don't even try to stand on the same stage as me. In that fable, the tortoise wins, but I should refrain from saying something that would add fuel to the fire. Oh, it's Miyashita! Thanks the other day! Thanks to the words of a colleague from the sales department, who called out to me with a smile, I felt a little better. We had a fun conversation about having another gathering of colleagues, and I laughed with a colleague from another department. Chief Sakurai!
What's the matter, Uzai-kun?
It was almost the end of the workday. Uzai-kun was calling out to Chief Sakurai. Are you going to work overtime again today with Miyashita?
I'm not working overtime. Why do you ask?
Then how about we have dinner together today? Chief Sakurai must be stressed from training Miyashita, right?
Stress? What are you talking about? He's doing his best, so there's no stress.
You're so generous, Chief Sakurai, but you don't have to push yourself.
It seems like you're misunderstanding something. Miyashita-kun's work is careful and the documents are comprehensive. He makes easy to understand documents that consider the perspective of the person reading them. He will be able to create comprehensive proposals soon. I have faith in him.
But, why do you favor him so much? I'm more excellent. All he's doing is the sort of thing I could do without being taught. It would be more efficient to give up on him.
Why are you getting so heated? If you are saying that you are more excellent, then you can just ignore him, right? Right now, you look like you're afraid of his growth.
That's not true.
Okay, then stop interfering. But I'm also your boss. I'll say this much. Excellent isn't just about how fast you work. If there is something you don't know, don't try to act tough and ask me.
I'm excellent, so I don't need to trouble the chief. Chief Sakurai sighed quietly, seeing that Uzai-kun's argument was still so unyielding. Ah, Chief Sakurai, I'm sorry to bother you so close to the end of the workday. I wanted to ask you about this. Uzai-kun, good work. I'm sorry for interrupting you talk with the chief.
It's okay. I'm done talking with him. What's the matter?
Damn it. How dare Miyashita! When I started talking with the chief about work, Uzai-kun stomped off. Several months passed since then. It was almost 1 year since I joined the company. By this time, I had become able to ask questions to not just Chief Sakurai, but also to the other senior employees without hesitation. My job is in sales planning. Communication with other departments is also essential. Thank you always. Let's work well together. I may be less capable than other employees, but I don't forget my respect for others. I had made that promise to myself over the past year. Hey, listen! The other day, my strict boss actually praised me for the first time! I was so happy I could cry! And the first colleagues gathering was held since joining the company, and I was invited to join as well.
I haven't accomplished anything noteworthy yet, but I'm happy that I'm becoming more capable.
It seems that my colleagues who had been assigned to other departments had each made progress since the last time we met. Everyone is amazing. They're so bright and cool. How about you, Miyashita? Is work going well? Yes, Heh, you shouldn't even bother asking him. After all, he's an incompetent who works at a snail's pace. We don't even have a mentor system at this company, but he's so incompetent that he makes his boss waste time. He's so lame. It's painful to watch. My relationship with Uzai-kun was still the same. Maybe his hatred for me was growing every day. Huh? Is that really a bad thing? If you're being taught how to do your job, then it's necessary, right?
That's right. I was scolded many times because I made so many mistakes. But if you keep learning from your superiors without giving up, you can slowly grow.
My colleagues all nodded in agreement. The reaction was so unexpected that Uzai-kun started to panic. What? Are you all incompetent as well? Am I the only one who was excellent this term? I can't believe this. You know, from what I've been hearing, Miyashita isn't incompetent. The other day, he gave me extra documents for sales that I didn't even ask for. And it was thanks to that I was able to get the contract.
That's right. My boss also praised him. He said that it's helpful because he tries to listen to our opinions.
Everyone, thank you. My colleagues were defending me and praising me, something that I wouldn't have imagined a year ago. More importantly, how about you, Uzai? I heard you're being called a know-it-all in the sales department. What?
You were said to be excellent since joining the company, so you got too cocky, didn't you? If you have something that you don't understand and you can't admit that, then what's the point?
You guys, you were thinking that. Uzai-kun's evaluation was different from what he had imagined, and he was clenching his fists, and his shoulders were trembling. Wait everyone, Uzai-kun gave me a lot of work, and I learned a lot from that, you know? Of course, it was mostly difficult because he didn't teach me properly though. The chief taught me very thoroughly, so if I grew, then it's also thanks to Uzai-kun. I got an opportunity to talk with the chief and the seniors a lot because of him. That's right, by this time, I was already seeing Uzai-kun's job dumping in a positive light. I'll turn it into a chance for me to grow. I realized that thanks to Chief Sakurai and my colleagues.
That's the Miyashita-kun I know.
At that moment, a sliding door to the next tatami room opened. Chief Sakurai? Good work! Apparently, a colleagues gathering for Chief Sakurai and her peers was being held in the next room, and several other senior employees were also there.
Good work! I'm sorry for interrupting, but I just couldn't ignore the things I was hearing. Uzai-kun, I knew that you were dumping your work on Miyashita-kun. But I didn't say anything about it. Do you know why?
That's...
You told me that passing your work on to Miyashita-kun was for his study, right? Miyashita kept taking it on for his own growth, just as you said. Miyashita-kun, that's work that Uzai-kun was responsible for, right? Why are you...
It seems like Uzai-kun was busy, so he gave it to me, saying it would be good for my studies.
He's always doing whatever he wants. Give it here. I'll give it to Uzai-kun.
No, it's okay. It's really helpful to study what kind of work Uzai-kun is doing. So, is it okay if I do it? Well, that would mean I'll be asking the chief more questions, though.
I see. I understand. If that's the case, then you take responsibility for doing it. When he first joined the company, Miyashita-kun was compared to you, who was called excellent, and he knew his own abilities. He was clearly aware that he still wasn't capable at his job. And he properly faced his own flaw, hesitating to ask people for help. Right, Miyashita-kun?
Yes. I'm still not good enough, and it will take time for me to be able to do a big job like Uzai-kun. That's why I thought that I would at least do my best with communication. I looked at Uzai-kun. This isn't hatred, it's a declaration of war. Uzai-kun, it's true that I'm not as capable as you, but I won't give up. Even a tortoise can certainly take one more step forward than yesterday if it doesn't give up and continues to take each step. So, thank you for giving me the experiences that the rabbit, you, should have been experiencing. Your back is still far away, but I will surely be useful to the company at my own pace. Tch!
It seems like there was no need for me to step in. Miyashita-kun, you are definitely growing. Be confident. My peers are also rooting for you.
The senior employees, who had been listening silently from the next room, smiled and waved to me. I was so happy. I bowed deeply. The rest of the colleagues gathering progressed peacefully, and Uzai-kun didn't say a word and the party ended. Chief Sakurai and I were walking side by side on the night road. Thank you for earlier, Chief Sakurai. I didn't think that you were going to be there. The timing of the end of the colleague gathering coincided, so I was walking home with Chief Sakurai.
My peers invited me. It seems that your colleague from the sales department said that he was going to have a colleagues gathering, so my peers decided to do one as well since it sounded fun. There are fewer and fewer colleagues, but I enjoyed it as well.
Chief Sakurai, who had been drinking alcohol, was smiling more than usual, and spoke so cheerfully that it made me happy as well.
Besides, I also got to see something good.
Saying that, Chief Sakurai peered at me and smiled. I couldn't help but get a thrill in my heart at her gaze.
You have really grown. You continued to overcome yourself without giving up. You are excellent. I have been your mentor for this past year, and I've also learned a lot from you. It reminded me of my beginnings.
Chief Sakurai! At that moment, there was a loud voice as if someone was chasing after us. It was Uzai-kun.
Uzai-kun? What's the matter? You're going the opposite direction.
I love you. I've always loved Chief Sakurai, and I was desperately trying to be recognized by you. If I was thought to be excellent, then I thought that maybe I would be able to stand by your side. Me. This was the reason he was so obsessed with his own excellence. He was trying to make himself seem greater by putting me down.
Uzai-kun, excellence isn't just one thing. It's true that you are excellent, but in terms of being considerate of others while communicating and progressing with work, Miyashita-kun is more excellent. And that sort of person I find attractive as a man is a person who has the heart to keep moving forward, one step at a time.
So that means you're talking about Miyashita.
I wonder. But at the very least, I think he's more attractive as a person than you. I'm your boss, so I won't abandon you. But I can't accept your feelings. I'm sorry.
Leaving Uzai-kun, who was muttering something and had become motionless, I saw Chief Sakurai home. Now, about what happened after that. Uzai-kun became fixated on the thought that he was excellent, and he became even less likely to rely on people. Even when Chief Sakurai and I tried to offer support, he wouldn't accept it. As a result, complaints about Uzai-kun began pouring in from other departments. He was expected to do great things when he first joined the company, but now it's said that Miyashita is more excellent. Hearing those rumors, Uzai-kun finally logged out. He was fired after being absent without leave. And as for me, another half a year passed since then.
Miyashita-kun, your project was approved! Congratulations!
Thank you very much! The moment when my project finally bloomed had arrived. It took me much longer than others, but step by step, it was an intermediate point in life that I had reached through that accumulation. I'm spending my days appreciating the support of those around me. Chief Sakurai, I'll work even harder to catch up to you. No, to surpass you. So, please go out with me.
Yes, I have high expectations for you. I'd be glad to.
Wanting to be thought of as excellent, everyone who works has that feeling, I'm sure. But if you get caught up in your pride, then you won't grow. In this world where people with different starting lines have gathered together, the strength to continue moving forward at one's own pace might be what opens up the life in front of you. Hey, aren't you Nagato? Long time no see. Shimomatsu, how long has it been? It really has been a while. Someone called out to me from behind, but I knew who it was right away. It was a familiar voice I used to hear every day. My name is Hiroki Nagato, 35 years old. The one who called out to me is Shimomatsu. We've been close friends since elementary, junior high, and high school for 12 years. But lately, we've both been busy, and even though we use the same station, we haven't seen each other for a few years. Still taking pictures of buildings, I see. I can't relax unless I do. By the way, Nagato, have you got a girlfriend? I haven't had one for 5 years now. Same here. I don't have any chances to meet anyone. Lately, I've been especially busy with the upcoming completion of a new project, and I've even forgotten that I haven't met any women. But it was surprising that even Shimomatsu, who graduated from Japan's most prestigious tea university, has no luck with women. Well, I have a group blind date this weekend. Would you like to come? Some girls from my university are bringing their friends. You know I'm not good at those kind of things. Don't say that, please. The guy who was originally supposed to go had to go on a business trip suddenly. I see. But I feel intimidated by someone like you who went to a top university. It's fate that we met here. Think of it as helping a friend in need. We don't have enough people. Okay, I'll go. So raise your head. So, for the sake of my friend Shimomatsu, I reluctantly decided to participate in the group blind date. One man and one woman were absent, and it ended up being 2-on-2. Sorry I'm late. Madoka, long time no see. This is Madoka Mine. This is my close friend, Hiroki Nagato.
It's been a while, Shimomatsu-senpai. Nagato-san, nice to meet you. This is my former colleague, Yuzuki Aragasaki.
I'm Nagato. Nice to meet you.
I'm Yuzuki. Nice to meet you.
Cheers! Lately, I've been spending my nights drinking canned beer in front of my computer at home. It's been a while since I've met people and had drinks outside like this. I wasn't really looking forward to the group blind date, but thanks to Shimomatsu and Madoka talking a lot, I was able to relax quickly. I met Madoka at a welcome party for new students who were alumni of the tennis club. Back then, she was really like a girl from the countryside.
Well, I couldn't help it. I had just moved to Tokyo. Senpai, please forget about the past.
Shimomatsu and Madoka seemed to be really close, but as for her friend, Yuzuki, rather than enjoying herself, Yuzuki gave Shimomatsu and Madoka a cold look, and then she stared at me as if she were sizing me up.
This isn't a reunion, so it's annoying when you two are the only ones having fun.
Well, I guess it can't be helped if they're talking about old times, since it's been a while since they've seen each other.
I came because Madoka said she'd introduce me to a senior from T University. Nagato-san, was it? Where did you graduate from?
Well, I graduated from high school and started working, and then I went to a correspondence university because of my qualifications.
Huh? Correspondence?
Since I was working, I could only go to a correspondence school.
Correspondence? There's no strict entrance exam, just document screening and an interview, right? Can you even call that a university graduate? I couldn't get into T University, but I went to K University. It's embarrassing to have a lower educational background than a woman. Let me tell you, I didn't decide that academic background is important. The world decided it. At my father's company where I work now, of course, there are only excellent university graduates. Correspondence school is out of the question.
I could have predicted this kind of development, and I'm already used to it. It's true that the world values academic background, and I have no intention of arguing.
Yuzuki, what are you saying? That's rude, isn't it? What? What's wrong with telling the truth?
Even if you're Madoka's friend, I can't overlook that kind of remark. Academic background isn't everything, and Nagato has his own circumstances. It's okay, Shimomatsu. I made my decision.
See? You can't even argue. That's what happens when you're an uneducated man who ran away from tough entrance exams. It's not my fault.
The awkward atmosphere couldn't be easily restored, and the group blind date ended up disbanding. Sorry about that. I didn't think Madoka would bring a woman like that. No, Madoka defended me. I'm used to people talking about my education, so don't worry about it. Even so, that woman Yuzuki doesn't even know the circumstances. Then, I heard footsteps running after us from behind.
Senpai, Nagato-san, please wait.
When I looked back, there was Madoka, out of breath. Madoka said she really wanted to apologize, so I suggested we go for another drink, just the three of us, at a different place.
I'm really sorry for what my friend said earlier. It was rude.
It's okay, I don't mind. Did you go out of your way to chase after us just for that?
Yes, I couldn't just go home like that. Yuzuki and I were colleagues at my previous company, a construction company run by her father.
According to Madoka, she couldn't keep up with Yuzuki's excessive pride and had lost touch with her after changing jobs. But recently, Yuzuki kept contacting her to introduce her to a man who graduated from T University, so she reluctantly set up today's group blind date.
I thought she would have calmed down a bit since it's been a while since I've seen her, but she's gotten even more arrogant. I'm really sorry.
So that's what happened. Madoka, I thought you might have thought that I like that kind of woman. Maybe she's not so bad? Hey, Nagato, come outside for a sec! After that, by talking slowly, I got to know Madoka's personality. After quitting the construction company, she works for a travel agency and also participates in local environmental protection activities. I gradually became attracted to Madoka. Meanwhile, Yuzuki, who had said whatever she wanted to me, was reporting on the drinking party to her father at home.
Listen, Dad. At the T University alumni mixer today, there was a guy who graduated from a correspondence university. It was awful.
Correspondence? A man's worth is based on how much he earns. A correspondence university graduate probably doesn't have a decent job.
I'm sure of it, but don't worry. I wouldn't get involved with a low-educated man.
But there are exceptions, like the architectural designer Nagato. There's a ceremony coming up. Let's go together.
Nagato? That's the same name as the guy from earlier. Well, it's a coincidence, I guess. It's nothing to worry about.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for waiting. We're about to begin the opening ceremony for the new art museum, themed around coexistence with nature.
1 month later, Mr. Arakasegi and his daughter were at an art museum. A large number of invited guests were gathered there.
Wow, there are a lot of people. Is this museum that popular?
It's a collaboration between an up-and-coming designer and 5 major construction companies. We're barely managing to get a small part of the exterior work.
It's amazing that you were even able to get involved, Dad. It'll improve the company's image.
That's right. Even if it doesn't bring in much money, we have to do these kinds of showy jobs.
Now let's welcome Mr. Hiroki Nagato, the designer of this museum.
Huh? No way!
That's the Hiroki Nagato I was talking about the other day.
How can this be? He's a correspondence university graduate, but he's such a famous architectural designer.
If our company could get a direct contract with Mr. Nagato's office, we would make an unbelievable amount of money.
Mr. Nagato, thank you for your hard work. Coexistence with nature. That was a great speech.
Thank you. I plan to further accelerate the theme of coexistence with nature in the future.
Was there something that inspired you?
Yes, I had a good encounter recently. I'd always considered myself more aware of the various impacts of architecture on the natural environment than other designers. That feeling was being further amplified by my recent encounter with Madoka. Mr. Nagato, nice to meet you. I'm Arakasegi, president of Arakasegi Construction. I wanted to greet you. Ah, you're the president of Arakasegi Construction. Oh, you know about my company? That's an honor. Of course, you're a famous construction company. Your daughter's name is Yuzuki, right? I happened to meet her the other day. What? Why didn't she tell me such an important thing? Hey, Yuzuki, come here! Called by her father, Yuzuki appeared from the crowd. She looked a little pale and extremely awkward.
Well, I'm Yuzuki. My father is very grateful for your work.
Don't be so formal. We've had drinks together, haven't we? Well, I wasn't aware of such a relationship. I'm so sorry. Hey, Yuzuki, greet him properly. Hey, where are you going? Perhaps because she felt too uncomfortable, Yuzuki ran away from the scene. A few days after the mixer, I came to have lunch with Madoka, whom I had been seeing frequently.
Wow, so that's what happened at the museum ceremony.
I might have been a bit too sarcastic.
But just a little, right? It wasn't enough. It's outrageous to be called uneducated without knowing the circumstances.
Only university graduates are eligible to take the first-class architect exam, and since I started working at my father's architectural firm, correspondence school was my only option.
The prejudice against correspondence university graduates never goes away. But it's amazing that you studied while working and passed the first-class architect exam.
Thank you. So you said on the phone that you had something to discuss today. I'll listen if you'd like.
About that, it's actually about Aragasaki construction.
I listened to Maruka talk about the hidden circumstances of her former workplace, Arakaseki Construction, and a certain incident that had occurred recently. At first, I intended to just listen to Maruka's worries, but the content was far from something I could overlook. For Maruka, who tearfully told me the truth, I promised to help her. Meanwhile, a heated argument was taking place between father and daughter in the living room of the Arakaseki house. Why didn't you tell me you met Mr. Nagato? And what's with running away like that?
It's not my fault. It's your fault, Dad. You taught me that academic background is everything, so it's been ingrained in me.
I told you there are exceptions. You didn't say anything rude to Mr. Nagato, did you?
I did. I said it was embarrassing to have a low education. It couldn't be helped. I didn't know he was a famous architect at the time.
What have you done?
Well, see? He didn't seem to mind it much. It's okay.
Don't you understand that Mr. Nagato was just being mature about it? Wait a minute. The fact that he wasn't unkind to Yuzuki after her blunder means there might be a chance. Yuzuki, you don't have any prejudice against Mr. Nagato now, do you? What do you think of him as a man?
Well, he's such a famous person, and he must have a lot of money. I'd practically beg him.
Alright, let's proceed with the marriage proposal.
A marriage proposal? That's a bit sudden.
It's the perfect marriage of convenience for our company, and Yuzuki herself doesn't think he's a bad match. It's a win-win situation.
That may be so, but I wonder if he'll accept.
Don't underestimate my negotiation skills. I've built this company from the ground up. I'll definitely make this marriage proposal happen.
Really? The wife of a top-class architect? I like it. Dad, do your best.
2 months later, Mr. Arakaseki and his daughter visited a certain rural town.
It's cold, even though it's spring. Where is this place? Dad, is this really the designated spot?
Mr. Nagato agreed to the marriage proposal. We have to go wherever he says.
Even so, it doesn't make sense to designate such a rural area as a meeting place.
I wonder why this place too. But don't complain. You have to put up with anything until we are officially married.
I know that. Wow, look at the distant mountains. They're still covered in snow.
They really are. No wonder it's cold. Yuzuki, do you have any connection to this countryside?
Of course not. Do you?
No, I don't think so. But what kind of surprise is Mr. Nagato planning? We've arrived!
Huh? Here? There are a lot of people gathered.
What's all the commotion?
Huh? Everyone's glaring at us. Why? Is it my imagination?
It's not your imagination. The residents of this town have been waiting for the people from Arakaseki Construction. I stepped forward, representing the gathered residents. Welcome. You must be tired from your long journey. Mr. Nagato, what is the meaning of this? Does the scenery look familiar to you? Well, it looks familiar, but I'm not sure. The slope of that mountain over there used to be a thriving ski resort. It certainly was a ski resort, but I don't ski, so I don't really know where. The parts still covered in white snow are where the slopes used to be. Yes, and? Look closely. Do you see anything under the snow? That's... Oh, I remember now. Our company might have installed those. That's right. Thousands of solar panels have been installed on the vast, treeless slope. Is there a problem with that? There are many cases where closed ski resorts and golf courses are turned into mega solar farms. There may be some effective reuse examples, but you see, this is a snowy region that's cold even in spring. So what? Cold regions need eco-friendly power. Mega solar is perfect, isn't it? The problem is that the president has such limited knowledge. Snow accumulates and becomes incredibly heavy. Look closely at the panels. What are you trying to say? Yes, they're tilting, because they can't withstand the weight of the snow. Even if they weren't collapsing, they wouldn't function with snow piled on them. Moreover, considering the short daylight hours in this region during winter, it was reckless to build a mega solar farm in the first place. That was the decision of the person in charge at the time. You gave the go-ahead, and don't you forget that there was an employee in your company who strongly opposed this construction. Well, unfortunately, I don't remember that.
There's no way you don't remember.
Madoka, who had been hidden in the crowd, stepped forward, raising her voice. She glared at the president with a sharp look I had never seen before.
President, it's been a while. I'm Mine Madoka. I won't let you say you've forgotten.
You're the mastermind behind this grand performance, dragging even Mr. Nagato in it.
That's right. This is my hometown where I was born and raised. I've known everyone gathered here since we were children. It's a fact that the ski resort, which was the lifeline of this rural town with no tourism, closed down, and everyone was almost left with nothing back then. But I strongly opposed the company's policy because building a mega solar farm on a snowy slope is too dangerous. Do you remember?
Well, did something like that happen?
I appealed directly to you, President, many times, but you wouldn't listen, so I submitted my resignation.
The collapse is just a consequence. It makes no sense for an employee of our company, who stands to profit, to oppose it.
I wouldn't have opposed it if the company had taken full responsibility until the end, but after the installation, you completely abandoned the management to another company. It's too irresponsible to make a huge profit from the installation fee of the solar panels and then pretend you don't know anything about what happens afterward.
Grr.
We could have reforested the former ski resort site and returned it to its natural state, but now we also need to remove the panel equipment. The hurdles have been raised. Moreover, the management company you designated is out of contact and has disappeared. How do you intend to take responsibility for this environmental destruction?
I've thoroughly investigated your company. You're buying up abandoned ski resorts, aren't you? It looks like you're the savior of the struggling snow mountain industry. But in reality, you're buying up mountain slopes cheaply, building mega solar farms, and planning to escape before they collapse, right? No such thing. What evidence do you have? This is troubling. I can't be slandered based on speculation. Madoka and the residents here are witnesses. I'll have the media report on this extensively, and I'm recording this conversation right now. The president visibly flinched and fell silent. The worst media and recordings seemed to have hit him hard, and he finally gave up. I apologize for luring him here under the pretense of a marriage proposal, but I needed to show the person involved this disastrous situation.
Oh, wait a minute. The reckless mega solar project here was Dad's decision. It has nothing to do with me, right?
Unfortunately, it's not very convincing, coming from someone who was scheduled to become a director of a mega solar company that pretended to revitalize ski resorts.
You've investigated that much?
Environmental destruction for the sake of profit is unforgivable. Be prepared. Your company will be banned from any work I'm involved in from now on.
No way!
As if realizing the possibility of being excluded from the construction industry, both Yuzuki and her father collapsed to their knees. Later, Arakasugi Construction, which had been reported to have ignored environmental destruction and continued unfair construction practices, fell into a management crisis. They desperately tried to defend themselves, but perhaps due to their past arrogance, no company came to their rescue, and they had to close down their business. Only a large amount of compensation remained, and the father would be chasing after it for the rest of his life. As for the daughter, maybe there's still a chance for her to change her ways. Meanwhile, I was taking pictures of the magnificent cherry blossom trees in full bloom in Madoka's hometown, which had finally reached full bloom in May.
You always take pictures of buildings for study, but today is cherry blossoms, Hiroki.
Madoka-san, no, Madoka and I naturally started dating, and we stopped using honorifics and started calling each other by our first names. I've never seen such beautiful cherry blossom trees before. I want to incorporate these beautiful cherry blossoms into my next architectural design.
Wonderful. Then, so as not to spoil Hiroki's image, I have to work hard to protect this beautiful nature.
New buildings can sometimes destroy the existing nature and the lives of the people who live there. How can we coexist? That's probably not something you can learn from studying. That's right, it's certainly a meritocratic society, but being able to study isn't everything. Rather, because of that, it's easy for our character to remain immature, and shouldn't we place more importance on it?